You've probably heard it countless times. Your thoughts create your reality. But what if I told you that this phrase, so often repeated in personal development circles, is both completely true and dangerously misunderstood? The real truth is far more nuanced, far more scientific, and infinitely more powerful than just repeating affirmations or making vision boards. The connection between quantum physics and the law of attraction isn't some mystical fantasy. It's rooted in some of the most profound discoveries of modern science, and yet hardly anyone explains what actually happens when you try to manifest something. Let's start with this. The universe isn't a fixed mechanical system where events unfold predictably, separate from you. For centuries, we believed reality existed out there, independent of us, something we could observe but not change. But quantum physics shattered that illusion. At the smallest levels of existence, everything behaves in ways that defy classical logic. Particles aren't just particles, they're probabilities, waves of potential that only solidify when observed. This is called the observer effect, one of the most groundbreaking insights in physics. Put simply, the act of observation alters reality. But here's what most people miss. This isn't just about scientists and labs, it's about you. Your consciousness is the ultimate observer, shaping the quantum field in every moment, whether you realize it or not. When we say your thoughts create your reality, it's not a poetic metaphor, it's a literal description of how the quantum field operates. Everything in your life, from the relationships you attract to the opportunities you encounter, even the circumstances you're in, is shaped by the energetic signature you emit through your thoughts, emotions, and beliefs. But here's the uncomfortable truth. Most of this happens unconsciously. Most people send a chaotic, inconsistent signal into the quantum field, conflicted desires, unresolved fears, limiting beliefs, and then wonder why their manifestations feel random or why nothing ever goes as planned. They're unknowingly creating their own suffering, reinforcing the very patterns they claim to want to escape. Quantum physics doesn't care about your conscious desires. The field responds to coherence, to the vibrational frequency you consistently embody. This is why simply repeating "I am wealthy" or "I am loved" without genuine feeling or alignment does little to change your reality. The field is always listening, but it responds to what you are, not what you claim to want. And this is the great paradox of manifestation no one warns you about. You're already manifesting constantly. It's not a skill you need to learn. It's about learning to do it consciously. Your current reality is a mirror of your dominant energetic patterns, reflected back with perfect precision by the quantum field. But let's dig deeper. The quantum field isn't just passively reflecting your energy. It's the foundation of everything. A realm of infinite possibilities, all existing at once as potential. When you focus your attention, when you observe with intent, you collapse one of these potentials into reality. This is creation, unfolding through you in every moment. Yet here's what makes this so empowering. You can change the patterns you're collapsing. You're not trapped by your past. You're not bound to your current circumstances. By shifting your thoughts, altering your emotional state, and aligning your inner energy with new possibilities, you can start collapsing fresh realities, ones that reflect your highest vision, not your deepest fears. This is what manifestation truly is. Not magic, not superstition, but conscious collaboration with the quantum fabric of reality through the energy you emit. It's where science and spirituality merge, where physics meets intention, and where your life mirrors who you choose to be, not what you've unconsciously settled for. And this is just the start. In this video, we'll peel back even more layers. We'll explore how your thoughts shape reality, why so many fail to manifest despite doing everything right, and most crucially, how to align with quantum principles to manifest deliberately and consistently. By the end, you'll not only grasp your mind's true power, you'll know how to wield it. You'll see science confirming what ancient traditions always taught. Your mind isn't separate from the world you experience. It's the very tool that creates that world, ready to see everything, including yourself in a radical new light. Now that we've revealed the profound truth that your consciousness actively molds reality, let's dive deeper into the mechanics. This isn't about naive optimism or strong-arming the universe. It's about decoding the delicate interplay between your thoughts, emotions, and the quantum field, and how this dance dictates the reality you inhabit. Central to this is your vibrational frequency. Every thought triggers an emotion, and every emotion radiates a distinct energetic signature. These signatures aren't metaphors, they're measurable energy fields extending beyond your body. Technologies like EEGs and magnetometers prove your brain and heart emit electromagnetic fields detectable feet away from you. But beyond these physiological emissions, there exists an even subtler field, the quantum field that responds to these energetic patterns in profound ways. Think of your thoughts as instructions sent into the quantum field. But here's the key: these instructions only work when they're coherent. Coherence means alignment, when your thoughts, emotions, beliefs, and actions are in harmony. Most people live in a state of incoherence. They think about success but fear failure. They crave love but believe they don't deserve it. They want health but emotionally identify with sickness. This inner conflict sends mixed signals to the field, leading to inconsistent or unwanted outcomes. The quantum field doesn't respond to what you say you want. It responds to what you consistently emit. If your dominant emotional state is fear, frustration, or doubt, then no matter how many positive affirmations you repeat, you'll keep attracting realities that match those lower frequencies. On the other hand, when you embody gratitude, love, abundance, and trust, you send a coherent signal that aligns with higher vibrational potentials. This is why so many people give up on manifestation. They think it doesn't work because they focused only on their thoughts, ignoring the critical role of emotion. But in reality, emotion is the catalyst. Your emotional state gives your thoughts energetic power, turning them from abstract ideas into vibrational commands the quantum field recognizes and acts upon. Let's take a practical example. Say you're trying to manifest financial abundance. You make a vision board, repeat affirmations like "I am wealthy," and picture yourself living in prosperity. But if deep down you worry about money, believe in scarcity, or feel guilty about wealth, those subconscious patterns will overpower your surface-level intentions. The quantum field responds not to your vision board, but to your energetic baseline, what you truly believe. This is why quantum physicists talk about the collapse of the wave function. In quantum mechanics, particles exist in superposition. They're all potential states at once until observed. Your attention acts as the observer, collapsing a specific potential into your reality. But it's not just where you focus your attention, it's the quality of that attention. Is it laced with doubt, fear, or resignation? Or is it charged with certainty, love, and trust? Your subconscious mind is crucial here. It holds your deepest beliefs and emotional patterns, many formed in childhood, now running unnoticed. These subconscious programs dictate your default vibrational state, and thus the kinds of realities you keep creating. So if you've ever felt stuck in a loop, facing the same struggles, attracting the same relationships, or hitting the same obstacles, it's not bad luck. It's because you're collapsing the same potentials based on the same inner patterns. Until those patterns change, your external reality can't fundamentally shift. But here's the good news. You can change those patterns. You can reprogram your subconscious mind, raise your emotional baseline, and start emitting a new vibrational frequency, one that matches the reality you truly want. This isn't about forcing the quantum field through willpower. It's about becoming so internally aligned, so vibrationally coherent, that the field naturally mirrors your new state as your lived experience. And make no mistake, the quantum field always reflects you. Whether you realize it or not, whether you're manifesting deliberately or creating by default, the process never stops. Every thought, emotion, and belief is data you're feeding into the field. The question is, are you doing it intentionally, or are old wounds, fears, and unconscious patterns still running the show? Next, we'll break down the mistakes that stop most people from manifesting effectively. We'll explore why just thinking about your desires isn't enough, and what's really missing to unlock consistent, powerful manifestation. Ready to discover the most overlooked truth? Let's go. Now that we've seen how thoughts and emotions shape the quantum field, let's tackle one of the most frustrating and misunderstood parts of manifestation, why it often seems to fail. This is what's rarely discussed in mainstream law of attraction talks, the part that makes people quit, feel broken, or call manifestation a scam. But here's the truth: the law works, most just don't grasp how. The biggest myth, that thinking about what you want magically pulls it into your life. You're told to visualize dreams, repeat affirmations, focus on goals, yet nothing changes. Money stays tight, relationships feel empty, your career stalls. No wonder you doubt the law or yourself. But listen, the issue isn't you. It's the watered-down version of manifestation you've been sold. Reality check. The quantum field doesn't respond to your conscious desires. It responds to what you vibrationally embody. This changes everything. You might think you're asking for abundance, but if your dominant emotion is scarcity, the field echoes scarcity. You might visualize love, but if you feel unworthy deep down, the field reflects that belief, offering situations that prove your unworthiness. The law always works, but it follows your vibration, not your wishes. This is the uncomfortable truth most teachings avoid. Your unconscious programs, the beliefs you absorb from parents, culture, and early experiences, are the ones running the show. These programs create your baseline frequency, and that is what the quantum field responds to. Not the vision board on your wall, but the emotional truth you carry daily. Here's an example. Imagine someone wanting financial freedom. They read all the books, recite wealth affirmations, and take inspired action. Yet deep down, they still believe money is scarce, or people like me don't get rich. That belief fuels fear, scarcity, and anxiety, emitting a vibrational signal of lack. The quantum field, perfectly neutral, mirrors that signal, creating more financial struggle. This is why manifestation can feel like hitting an invisible wall. You're trying to change externals while your internal reality stays the same. And in quantum terms, internal and external are inseparable. Your outer world isn't separate, it's an extension of your energy. Here's the catch. Most don't realize they're always manifesting. It's not something you switch on with intention and off when distracted. It's automatic, governed by energetic coherence. Every repeated thought, habitual emotion, or ingrained belief shapes the field, collapsing possibilities into reality. The tragedy: many live unconsciously, manifesting suffering while blaming the universe or bad luck. But the universe isn't punishing them. It's just reflecting their vibrational state with perfect accuracy. This is why just think positive often backfires. If your emotional truth is fear, resentment, or hopelessness, slapping on happy thoughts won't shift your attraction point. It may even deepen the disconnect between words and true feelings. The field responds to your state, not your speech. So what works? Not forcing happiness, but cultivating awareness of inner patterns and gently reshaping them. It's moving from unconscious creation to conscious manifestation. This takes courage, honesty, and facing what you've ignored. Because here's the most empowering truth: change your internal state, and the external world must follow. This isn't mysticism, it's quantum mechanics. When thoughts, emotions, and beliefs align, your coherent vibration prompts the field to reflect new opportunities, relationships, and experiences. Next, we'll transition from theory to practice. You'll learn to stop battling the invisible wall and align with the reality that's waited for you all along. Ready to harness quantum principles for consistent, powerful manifestation? Now that you see why efforts fail, Not from cosmic opposition, but misaligned subconscious patterns. Let's explore deliberate creation. This is where quantum physics stops being just a fascinating theory and becomes a powerful tool for transforming your life. First, we need to clear up a common myth. Manifestation isn't about forcing the universe to obey your will. The quantum field isn't something you control through sheer willpower. Instead, it's a responsive medium that mirrors your state of being with perfect accuracy. This means the key to manifestation isn't force, but alignment. Alignment between your thoughts, emotions, beliefs, and actions. So how do you create this alignment? The first step is to recognize your current vibrational state. Without awareness, you're like a radio randomly tuning into frequencies, wondering why you can't find the station you want. You must become conscious of your most frequent thoughts, habitual emotions, and the beliefs behind them. This isn't about self-judgment, but about honest curiosity toward the energy you're emitting. Once aware, you can begin adjusting your vibration. This is where quantum physics and neuroscience meet. Research shows that when you consistently focus your attention and emotionally engage with a new vision, you rewire your brain's neural pathways, a process called neuroplasticity. These new patterns generate new emotional states, creating a feedback loop that reinforces your chosen frequency. Let me be clear, this isn't about faking it till you make it. It's about embodying the change internally first, so the external world naturally mirrors your new identity. This is why visualization works, not because it magically creates things, but because it helps you inhabit the emotional state of your desired reality. When done right, visualization isn't about imagining a distant future but feeling as if it's already here. For example, if you want a loving relationship, don't just picture being with someone. Cultivate feelings of love, connection, and worthiness now. As you do, you emit a vibrational signal matching the reality where that relationship exists. The quantum field, responding to this coherent signal, will bring circumstances and opportunities that align with your new frequency. Another key practice is gratitude. Gratitude is one of the highest frequency emotional states, signaling to the quantum field that you already have what you desire. This creates resonance with the reality you want. Instead of manifesting from lack, gratitude shifts you to abundance, recognizing that all possibilities exist, and you're simply aligning with one. Lastly, embodiment matters. Many try to manifest by thinking about their desires while acting as their old self. True manifestation requires becoming the version of you who already has that reality. Ask, how would my future self think, feel, and act? Then start living as that person now. This isn't pretending, it's knowing that in the quantum field, that version of you is already real. By aligning your energy with it, you begin to draw that potential into your present experience. It's also crucial to acknowledge the role of resistance. Often, when we set an intention to manifest something new, our subconscious immediately brings up every reason it might not happen. Old fears, doubts, and limiting beliefs surface. This isn't a sign that manifestation isn't working, it's proof that it is. These resistances emerge precisely because you're shifting your frequency, and they must be addressed to fully step into your new reality. The key isn't to suppress doubts, but to observe them with curiosity and compassion. Ask, where did this belief come from? Is it actually true? What new belief can I choose instead? By consciously adopting new beliefs and reinforcing them through thought, emotion, and action, you reprogram your subconscious and create a fresh, energetic blueprint. Remember, this isn't a one-time effort, but a daily practice. Manifestation is a lifestyle, a continual alignment of your inner state with the reality you want. The more consistent you are, the stronger your vibrational signal becomes, and the more reliably the quantum field mirrors your circumstances. In the final section, we'll tie everything together. We'll explore what it means to live as a conscious creator, consistently shaping realities that reflect your highest vision, not just replaying old patterns. Here we are, at the culmination of all we've explored. By now you understand manifestation isn't some mystical gift for a select few, nor a passive accident. It's always been a natural function of your consciousness interacting with the quantum field, a process happening right now, whether you realize it or not. Your reality isn't external, something to chase or control. It's an extension of your inner state, a mirror of your dominant thoughts, emotions, and beliefs. The quantum field doesn't judge or pick favorites. It responds to your vibrational signal with perfect precision and neutrality. This is the deepest truth. You are always manifesting. The only question is, what? Most people live unconsciously, letting past wounds, inherited beliefs, and emotional habits dictate their experience. They're stuck reliving the same reality, unknowingly pulling the same potentials into form, trapped in cycles of lack, fear, or limitation. But it doesn't have to be this way. The moment you realize you are the observer, the one who can shift focus, choose new thoughts, and feel new emotions, you begin stepping into your power as a conscious creator. Being a conscious creator means leaving the victim mindset behind and embracing your role as an active participant in your life. It means recognizing that change starts within, in aligning your inner world with the experiences you want to attract. You won't need to wait for the perfect time, person, or conditions. The quantum field doesn't operate on linear time. It responds to now, to the energy you're emitting this very moment. Grasp this, and you'll see the future you desire isn't something to struggle toward. It is a potential reality that already exists in the quantum field, waiting for you to align with it through your thoughts, emotions, and actions. So ask yourself, who is the version of me that has already created the life I desire? What does that version believe? How does that version feel? How does that version act? Then start, step by step, to embody that version of yourself, not someday, but today. Every time you choose empowerment over doubt, gratitude over scarcity, love over fear, you're shifting your frequency, drawing closer to the reality you want. And as you do this consistently, something remarkable happens. The quantum field begins to reorganize itself in response to your new energy. Synchronicities arise, opportunities unfold, relationships transform. What once seemed unlikely or out of reach starts to take shape, not by force or chance, but by the natural law of vibrational alignment. But here's the beauty of it. This process doesn't demand perfection. You don't have to maintain an unshakably high vibration every second. What matters is your dominant frequency, the energetic home you return to most often. And that frequency is yours to shape through self-awareness, emotional mastery, and deliberate focus. As you continue, remember, manifestation isn't about collecting more possessions. It's about embodying more of your true self, a being of limitless potential, deeply woven into the universe's infinite intelligence. The power to create isn't something you earn. It's something you reclaim. So now in this moment, I invite you to pause and ask, what reality am I ready to bring into being? What version of myself am I ready to become? What new possibilities can I welcome now that I know the quantum field is always listening, always responding, always co-creating with me? If this message resonated, if you felt that spark of knowing, I'd love for you to join this channel, not as a passive watcher, but as part of a growing community of conscious creators. People awakening to their power, moving beyond limits, and choosing to design their lives with intention. Together we're exploring where science meets spirit, where mind meets the quantum field, and where reality becomes the canvas for your greatest vision. Thank you for sharing this time with me. Until next time, remember, you're not here to chase reality, you're here to shape it.